1 and 2 of the IM are combined.
So heat 1 and 2 of the girls 1400 IM will be combined.
Logan Kelly from Pine Forest in lane 1. In lane 2, that is Emma Turner from Somerville Y. In lane 3 is Nora Brown from Long Point. In 4 for Daniel Island is Zoe DeWitt. In 5 for Ashboro is Haley DeWitt. And in 6, I think that's Lily Butterworth from Ashboro. First heat taking the win there, that's Zoe DeWitt in a time of 1:12.86.
The week before City Meet, we're going to instruct all of our swimmers to thank us. Or do they just really, they're so gracious? That's awesome. Yeah. Cool.
In fact, we only recruit good kids. If you're around shy.
Heat 3. Helen Hamilton from Pine Forest is in 1. Emma Horn from Northbridge in 2. Sienna Shea from Country Club is in 3. Allison Carter is in lane 4 for Crowfield. In lane 5, that's Lily Claypool from Park Shore. And in 6 is Ashlyn Smart from the Somerville Y.
All right, so David, we've talked about strategy in this 100 IM over the past couple days. Oftentimes our breaststrokers are the best
Agreed.
IMers. It comes on the third length, you're tired, you're a little bit gassed from that butterfly and backstroke. That's the best opportunity to make a surge. Right now, lane 3 from Country Club.
Sienna Shea, yep. Sienna is not a great breaststroker, but she's a really strong long distance swimmer, 200, 500 free. So she should do a good job here on the back half once she can get past the breaststroke.
So
but really, at this point, I think, Tara, and I do want to say it's just the beginning, there's not a whole lot of room to hold back for any IMer at this age.
No, right, like they're younger 9-10s. Maybe there is some fading, but you're right. Once you get 13 and older, you probably do have a stronger endurance base where you can put it out hard.
It's the idea, anyway, is Sienna Shea will easily win this heat. She's seated at a 1:15.19. She's going to swim a time of 1:08.94, so much faster than she was entered with. Taking second was Lily Claypool from Park Shore at 1:13.75 by 8/100ths over Emma Horn from Northbridge.
100-yard individual medley.
Wait.
Yeah, so everybody sees you as a role with the entire event that they combine. You mess people up when you combine the heats. I didn't do it so far.
Heat 4, lane 1 is Alyssa Almager from Long Point. 2 is Sadie Wood for Northbridge. 3, Emma Merchak from Legend Oaks. 4, Bentley Boyd from Hopka. 5, Kate Kowalski from Daniel Island.
Coming in on the back stroke, Bentley Boyd with hog call has the lead. Let's see how she does. Back to breast. That is a crucial turn. She still gets that underwater cycle in. Right behind her, Kate Kowalski with Daniel Island. Oh, look at that Legend Oaks breaststroker in lane 3, David. She is coming on strong. Emma Merchak.
Why did they not tell us? Jason, why were we not told?
Coming in at the finish, Bentley Boyd, heat 4.
Yeah, very nice swim for her, Bentley Boyd. 1:11.42.
Nice swim, ladies. Please hold it.
Taking second in lane 5, that's Kate Kowalski in 1:13.13. Got some slight confusion here. We're going to hopefully get sorted out.
So let me get.
Okay, some slight confusion here. We're going to get things sorted out towards the end because of the heat combination, which clearly was more trouble than it was worth.
So, viewers at home, let's say you have only 2 swimmers in a heat. Oftentimes, meet directors will opt to combine heat 1 and 2 just to save some time. The crucial part there is if you're going to combine a heat, swimmers and coaches need to know that. And unfortunately, a swimmer was not aware, so we're trying to fix that, make sure that swimmer gets.
If they announced heat 3, then that wouldn't have been her fault. Going to make a new heat at the end to make up for this.
Sorry, no Diet Pepsi. Only Diet Coke.
I'll live. I can stay to drink more water. 100-yard individual medley. Take your mark.
You announced that it was heat 5 on the call sheet. We have a different heat sheet.
In lane 1, that's Liv Causey from Shadowmoss. 2 is Peyton Cavoti from Dunes West. 3, Linnea Ransford from Shyamalan. 4, Lauren Polomsky from Coosaw Creek. 5, Kennedy Elwood from Newington, and from James Island in lane 6. That's Mary Catherine Huddleston.
Right now, lane 3, Linnea Ransford with Shyamalan. Wonderful backstroker, head sail, fast hands. Let's see how she holds on to this lead.
She was
going into
second.
breaststroke.
She was second in backstroke earlier. Sorry, Tara. So definitely expected to do well in this event. It's such a strong event that you have some really, really good swimmers. Madeline Ruthier has 2 wins today. She's not in the fastest heat because there's so many great swimmers entered in this event. So we'll see how this all shakes out.
Wanted to take a second to comment on this meet and event record holder, Mary Alice Dupree, 102.03 in 2015. Mary Alice is currently swimming with East Carolina. She'll be a sophomore. Hopefully she's watching at home. Her, along with the Bohans. I mean, those are some of the legends, the icon CCA swimmers.
And Linnea Ransford will set the time to beat here at 1:07.24. That's going to move her up. Probably good chance that moves her up into the top 10.
Yard individual medley. Take your mark.
Second to last heat here, that's Paisley Hodges in lane 1 for James Island. Another one who you just almost can't believe isn't in that last heat. Anna Albert from Hobcaws in 2. Madeline Ruthier, Anna Albert from Hobcaw in 2. Madeline Ruthier from Coosaw Creek is in 3. Eliza Ford from Park Shore in 4. Eliza, I think, was 4th in backstroke earlier today. Claire Green from Shadowmoss is in 5, and Olivia Ackerman from Legend Oaks in 6. A lot of these swimmers are really strong fly backstrokers, not so much on the breaststroke, so we'll see if they can hang on here.
Ooh, Madeline Ruthier, nice crossover turn. We talked about that Friday night.
Looks like she might have slipped just a little bit, though.
What kind of turns are the big swimmers? Our international competition. Crossover turn is the most popular. It's a bit difficult to explain on the air, but it is quick if you can master it.
Madeline Ruthier followed closely by Eliza Ford. Paisley Hodges just behind now, as those three trying to make their case before the final heat gets in the water. And Madeline Ruthier is pulling ahead now on the freestyle leg. Time to beat was a 1:07. Madeline will be much faster than that. 1:03.26 for Madeline Ruthier. And we're going to have to keep an eye on the times here. Eliza Ford, 1:04.46. And third was Hodges at 1:05.63. So we got to keep an eye on that time. 1:03.26 would be the top seed in this event. So we got to keep an eye on Madeline as a possible race winner here, even getting into this final heat. So in lane 1, that's Maddie Hood from the Country Club. 2 is Katie Grace Vandergrift from Bell Hall. In 3 is Avery Freese from Snee Farm, your top seed at 1:03.28. 2 100 slower than what Madeline did in the previous heat. 4, Cassidy Lima from Newington, who tied with Madeline for the win in the freestyle. 5 is Ann Thompson, who won the backstroke. 6 is Lindsay Burbage from Shyamalan. No surprise that Ann Thompson's out first, 29:31. Freese is second. Snee Farm 1-2 right now. Katie Grace Vandergrift and Maddie Hood are both right there. Avery Freese now, with that breaststroke, is ahead. And she turns for home with a comfortable lead. Again, the time to watch for, 1:05.26. Cassidy Lima, Ann Thompson, Katie Grace Vandergrift, Maddie Hood all on a line behind Avery Freese as she comes into the wall. And she'll get there we didn't get a time on Freese. Looked like Haiti Grace Vandergrift was second. We don't know who the city champion is in that event just quite yet, as we'll check the hand time. And we believe Avery Freese is the city champion, though we have some technical problems that we don't have the final time. We believe she had the fastest.
All right, getting a word here with Avery Freese from Snee Farms. She is the champion in that 100 IM at 13 years old, battling a bunch of 14-year-olds for the win. Avery, what were you thinking about behind the block?
I just took all my anger and just wrapped it up. Just gave it all what I got.
And Avery Freese has been an active participant in this live stream all weekend. She sent me a video of doing the underwater cycle, showing she was practicing her skills for a shout out. Well, now you not only get a shout out, Avery, you get an interview. So tell me, what do you do to get pumped up before the races? Behind the block, you're channeling your anger. Is there a pump up song, a meal you eat before a swim meet?
Honestly, I like to dance.
Dance. To what music?
Anything.
Any music?
No music.
No music. So an a cappella dancing session. No music. Yeah, no singing. Well, kind of like I said, there's nothing in the background. Okay. Well, it works well for you, Avery. Congratulations to you and Snee Farm. We'll see you a little bit later in that freestyle relay, correct?
Yes.
And what position will you go on that freestyle relay?
I'll be last.
Oh, here we go, Avery. Well, we'll see you dancing behind the block. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next event is a combined heat, boys, 100-yard IM, and a couple of girls for 100-yard IM. So each one step up.
Go over there.
100-yard individual medley.
Combine those two.
Take your mark.
All right, are you ready?
Okay, this is a combined heat of the 100 IM with 2 boys and a girl. That is Jaleel Harris from Pine Forest in 3, Drew Owen from Shyamalan in 4, and Maddie Richmond, who missed her heat earlier because of the reseed. She's in lane 6.
Here are the team scores through the breaststroke. The event through event 56. 20th place, Fort Dock. Is Fort Dock with 249. 19th at 320 is Pine Forest. 18th with 423.
All right, out the turn, we're looking at 2 different races here, really. Lane 6, James West Summer swimming on her own with the boys. Pine Forest breaststroker with the lead right now. That is Jaleel Harris, Pine Forest.
14th, made 68.5 is the Country Club. 13th and 914 is Profield. 12th place, 1,029 points, Long Point. 11th and 1,098 is Shyamalan.
Moving around the pool here, getting some different views right now. We're behind the blocks in lane 2. We have a good view of swimmers coming in on their freestyle leg right now. This is still our Pine Forest swimmer, Jaleel Harris, going to take heat 1. $119.70. Nice 3-second jump for Jaleel Harris of Pine Forest. Coming at nets will be heat 2 of 7. This is 13-14 boys, 100 IM. In lane 1, we'll have Will Primes with Park Shore. Lane 2, JJ Mercer, Asheboro. Lane 3, Joshua Barteet, Shyamalan. Lane 4, Wyatt Mizell, Legend Oaks. And lane 5, Daniel Busby with Park Shore.
With 2,070 points, the Daniel Island Flying Fish. And leading by 692.5 points with 2,762.5 points, the Snee Farm swim team. Step up. $100 individual medley. Take your mark.
You gotta come back for interviews.
I've got a David Reeder here. In lane 2. In lane 5, I should say, that's Daniel Busby from Park Shore. Holding down a slight lead here as we get set to go to freestyle. It's actually more than a slight lead. I didn't say that right, Tara. I'm sorry. It's actually a pretty big lead. His entry time is a 1:18.63. Oh boy. 1:12.72. So nice swim for Mr. Busby to move up a few places. We're going to clear the pool. Looks like we're going to have a delay for a moment.
Halfway through that previous heat, there was a beep, 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 almost like a false start signal, so I think they're doing a sound check. Or
Not sure what's going on, Tara.
IMs, 13, 14 IMs have been full of
Surprises in the worst way?
I just say it all the time. As long as it's not the clerk of course fault, I can't control the rest.
Some of our friends in the clerk, of course, are trying to send messages to us, Tara.
I learned my lesson yesterday. I'm not going over to the clerk of court.
100 yards, individual medley.
I owe you an apology.
Heat 3.
And I'm messing with
Joseph Duran from Fort Johnson is in lane 1. William Poole from Northbridge is in lane 2. In lane 3, that's Connor Kosian from Legend Oaks. 4 is Ken Katner from Somerville Y. In 5, Aiden Peterson from Ashboro. 6 is Andrew Decker from the Somerville Y.
Fifth place from the Country Club is Matty Hood. And fourth from Sneak Farm, Ann Thompson. Third place from Newington is Cassidy Lima.
When you walk over, tell me so I know.
All right, right now, Legend Oaks in lane 3, leading this heat.
That's Connor Kosian. William Poole of Northbridge is the closest to him in lane 2.
Any chance that pool is related to like Libby Pool, swimming legend?
Not that I know of. It's going to be Connor Kosian who's going to hold on here. By far the strongest of the freestylers in this heat. Drops from his time, 1:08.80. Caldwell from Ashboro taking second, and Poole taking third.
100 yard. 100 yard individual medley. Take your mark.
Heat 4.
All right, lane 1, Mitchell Jackson, Pine Forest. 2, Mason Camp, Dunes West. 3, James McKenna, James Island. 4, Gabe Mara, Shadamoss. 5, Finn Martin, Dunes West. And 6, Dylan Barrett, Crowfield. This is heat 4 of 7. Swimmers at home, as you're watching this, we talked about it over the weekend that when you're doing an IM, you have to do the entire length legally of that stroke. So butterfly, 2-hand touch. Going into backstroke, you got to push off on your back. You cannot push off on your back. The biggest room for strategy really comes from the backstroke to breaststroke turn. Some swimmers opt to touch the wall and turn around. Others do what's called a bucket turn, looks like a back flip. And then thirdly, the hardest one to master is that crossover turn.
The key, I think, Tara, especially at city meet, get into the wall and get off the wall. Don't try and be clever with it. If you need to grab the wall, grab it. Grab it and go. Get your feet on the wall as quick as you can and push off for breaststroke. Because we got a really nice race here in the middle of the pool. James McKenna and Gabe Miro from Shadowmoss. And it's going to be Gabe Miro from Shadowmoss with a big time drop here. And he gets the win in 1:05.93. Those two well ahead of the heat.
100 yard individual medley.
Heat 5, in lane 1, Joe McBride for Crowfield. In 2, Andrew Nichols from Hobcaw. In 3, that's Justin Hafner from Daniel Island. 4 is Stephen Russell from Long Point. 5 is Brady Newton from Northbridge, and 6 is Danny Slater from Coosaw Creek.
Really nice butterfly technique there I saw from this entire heat. Hips were high, little kick, hands going in, big kick on the way out. Lane 3, Daniel Island, nice fast tempo to
Real tight here. Brady Newton from Northbridge in lane, no, it's lane 1 still, Joe McBride, who had a slight lead going into breaststroke. Watch Justin Hafner on the back end here. And look at Steven Russell. We'll see his brother Luke in the very next heat. Steven
Russell's got a nice breaststroke kick. Knees narrow, feet wide. I've talked about that a lot today.
Steven, definitely not the breaststroker in his family, Luke is, but Steven pulls ahead on that leg. And also from Hobka in lane 2, that's Andrew Nichols. Steven Russell now trying to get an edge on the freestyle. Justin Hafner trying to come back. It is going to be Steven Russell in 105.30. Wins that heat by 0.06 of a second.
100 yards, individual medley. Take your mark.
Heat 6. Luke Russell, twin brother of Steven in lane 1 for Long Point. Drew Thomas from the Country Club is in 2. Carson Owens from Shadow Moss in 3. Luke Brousseau, our backstroke winners in lane 4 for Coosaw. Luke Nixon from James Island in 5, and Sam Seifert from Hobcaw in lane 6.
Carson Owens, lane 3. I remember him having a big year last year as a 12-year-old in the 11-12 age group. Still doing really well, just as a 13-year-old here.
Yeah, Carson's a little bit of a smaller guy, but certainly real talented swimmer. He's going to come home strong on this field. He can get through the breaststroke leg, as Luke Brousseau with that backstroke leg getting himself in the lead.
Yeah, looking at Luke Brousseau, great job on the backstroke, but we talked about breaststroke. It's a pushing stroke, lane 2. See how much water he's pushing with each kick.
Drew Thomas, he went 1-2 with his teammate Red Andrews in this event, or in the breaststroke. Could be looking at something similar here. Those some big names in this final heat. Here comes Carson Owens, and here comes Luke Brousseau to the wall. Carson Owens in 103.01. Carson gets the heat winner in that heat. Brousseau and Thomas second and third. Final heat. LaGree Mansfield in lane 1 for Snee Farm. 2 is Kyle Hertwig from Snee Farm. 3, Red Andrews from the Country Club. He was the breaststroke winner. 4, Parker Acevedo from Newington. 5, Matthew Phillips from Newington. 6 is Gabe Grimm from Daniel Island. Kyle Hertwig out fast. He won fly, he won free. He's at 26.74. But Red Andrews was by far the best breaststroke in this heat. So we'll see if Rhett can chase down Kyle Hertwig here. Heading home. It's a slight advantage for Kyle Hertwig. Parker Azevedo not out of it either. And Kyle Hertwig will win his 3rd of the day for the 13-14 boys in 57.76, and he's just off the city record by 0.16 of a second. Red Andrews in 58.96 taking 2nd, and taking 3rd is Acevedo.
Yesterday, the coaches told us they were not interested in doing a coaches relay because they were ready to go home. But today we have about 10 coaches at least who are interested in doing a coaches relay at the end of the meet. So any coaches that would like to do that while we're gathering all the trophies and everything.
We'll get a word here with Kyle Hertwig getting comfortable in this seat, winning the boys 13-1400 IM. Kyle, congratulations.
Yeah, LaGree and Kyle.
It looked like you had some swimmers coming up on you on that breaststroke. You probably felt the heat. You did an excellent job coming home in freestyle. Is that something that you knew was going to need to be a part of your strategy?
Yeah, Ray Andrews is an
100
amazing
yards,
breaststroker.
individual medley.
So I knew I had to hold him off for as long as I could.
Take your mark.
I guess it worked. So.
Good stuff. All right, we've sat here a little bit. I've gotten to ask you a lot of different questions. Tell me, Kyle, what makes you